Do you know that feeling when you check your bank account and instead of closing it in fear, you experience a smile at that very moment? Hannah, that moment where you stop calculating whether you can afford that meal or stop worrying about how you'll survive the rest of the month after buying something you need. There is a threshold where such a change happens, and it's not the number most people think it is. And you've seen it on some platforms. Some guy trying to make you dream of $1 million the easy way. But how can it happen without effort? They are selling you a dream. Dreaming is easier than working with discipline. Do you want to become wealthy? Now I'm going to tell you the realistic path to wealth. Lean back in your chair, and before we start, subscribe and like the video. This is a tactic many wealthy people still use relative to their earnings. Wealth starts with a specific figure that most people underestimate, and those who use this technique don't talk about $25,000. On this channel where we explain the path to success, we will talk about the trap your brain plays on you that pulls you out of that dream world. Listen carefully to what I'm about to say, because in the end, you will learn how to become economically free. My friend, the reason for your failure is not the economy or luck. Your problem is that your brain works like a rabbit. When you don't have money, your brain gets stuck in survival mode. Psychologists call this human condition the scarcity tunnel. Can you think about the final state of the vehicle during a car accident? No. You just try to get out of the car. That's you, my friend. While you're thinking about bills every month, you can't take a single step toward that financial freedom you desire so much. Your brain doesn't focus on opportunities, it only focuses on threats. No matter how badly your boss treats you, you say okay to him. Because you don't have enough money to stand your ground and say no. You aren't free because you're waiting for the next paycheck. Why 25,000 and not 100,000? Because $25,000 is the point where mathematics aligns with psychology. Most people immediately use this money as a down payment for a car. That is exactly why you stay poor. My friend, when you save $25,000, those anxiety alarms in your brain go silent for the first time. The question of how will I pay the bills and what will I eat ends for the coming days and months. That is exactly when you start making plans. Experts don't say for nothing that people with savings for emergencies have a 21% higher happiness rate. It's not actually happiness, it's power. When you bargain with someone, you aren't afraid because you have $25,000. You can walk away from your boss. You can take risks. Don't see that money as a comfort zone. See it as a war chest for life. The path to success opens the day you stop spending that money and start using it as a weapon. Now, don't get bored with what I'm about to say, because the rich do this while they sleep. Mathematics. Reaching the goal of $25,000 from zero is very difficult. It requires willpower. You need to be able to say no. If you set aside $1,000 a month, you work hard for 25 months. But for the second $25,000, it takes 20 months. Why? Because the first $25,000 you struggled to save now starts working for you. Even while you sleep, that accumulation earns on your behalf. When you accumulate $500,000, you earn $25,000 in just 7 months. What you think is the luck of the rich as they lie back is actually just the more effort, the more wealth. While you're still dreaming of reaching the summit, the rich are enjoying the view. Where are you still? My friend, I'll be honest at this point, you don't have $25,000. You have hope, But hope is not a strategy. Saving this money frees you. Money even gives you character. You learn to control your impulses. You learn to hold off on that stupid phone you're only paying for the brand, or that vacation you planned. The perspective of a person with $25,000 and a person with no money at all is completely different. Think of a forest. There, one is the prey and the other is the hunter. Which one are you right now? My friend, when this video ends, you will have two choices. You can either lie back and consume what you earn, or you can make a decision now and strike the first shovel into the foundation for that first $25,000 goal. No one can take the elevator to the top. It is climbed with discipline. 25 months from now, when you've saved that money, you will look back and thank yourself for making that decision. Or you will open your bank account again and repeat that poor man's smile. Remember, the choice was yours, but you chose to hide behind excuses. Right now, destroy the excuses. Subscribe to the channel because we aren't telling fairy tales here. We are preparing you for the real world, away from that dream world. Now go and start working.